Oh man, this is gonna be my most disliked video ever. Hey guys, how you doing? It's your boy Alex here, man, and you notice that this video is being made in a more serious tone. I'm not wearing my shades. I'm standing right in front of the camera talking to you as is, and in a more serious tone. If you're between the ages of 18 and 24, I want you to watch this video. And I think if you're between the ages of 14 and 17, this video may help you as well. This is going to be about something I don't think is addressed so much. For the very, very few people watching this video who have seen my videos before, you know that I have been a critic of nostalgia. I think that just like how we shouldn't indulge bad memories, it's not exactly good to indulge the good memories either. And I want to discuss something here relating to nostalgia because I believe it is something that may help a lot of people who feel a certain way about the past and who don't currently feel happy in their lives right now. So, we talk about a lot of drama often, right? Things going on in the world, really starting since 2020, 2020, we all know the story by now, right? The whole world goes into lockdown and we're fearing for ourselves. And then after that, when that finally ended, great. But the world to an extent was never really the same again. There was that, and also all the wars you hear about going on, all the, political nightmares. It seemed like earlier in our lives we didn't focus on this stuff so much. A lot of people have been bringing this up. Let me give you an example. Last, oh my God, October 7th, I think it was, 2023. There was basically like this invasion in Israel and stuff. I don't know a lot about it, but a big war broke out there. And a lot of people in the USA and other countries are also up in arms about it. And it kind of makes you think. It seems like almost like not just every year, but also like every month almost. It seems like so frequently new, like season after season after season, or month after month after month, it just seems like a new negative story is popping up. It just seems like nothing ever gets better. We look at all these new events going on, and we think to ourselves, remember the good old days? Remember back when life was actually fun? You remember back when we didn't have all these conflicts and the wars? Not just the war. We didn't, even domestically in America, because this is coming from an American perspective, we didn't even have that going on here. We were united, we were all, happy, we respected each other, right? COVID didn't exist, you know what I'm saying. Now that many of us are getting kind of into our young adult years, and we were kids at that time, you got that as well, the lack of real responsibilities we had. We look back and we remember it as this great, era of just pure, like, prosperity, if that makes sense. We think that those years between like 2010 to 2019 were so much better than the world we live in now. And I guess in some ways, yeah, you could argue they were. But the truth we don't like to admit is that a lot of things weren't so great about life back then either, right? Let me give you an example. If you're a person who cares about international conflicts, in 2022, Ukraine was invaded by Russia. Guess what? A decade ago, right? Maybe not exactly like today, but it's 2024 now. In 2014, Ukraine was invaded by Russia. All right? If any of you, I don't know if they still have it, so that's why I'm wording it like this, but if anybody happens to remember CNN Student News, if you know what that is, it's something like some teachers show their kids in school. You would know that, years back, I watched the edition of the 2014 to 2015 school year. And I mean, yeah, there was a lot of negative stuff happening then too. Let's say you care about domestic issues. Well, you think we were a utopia before like 2020 or 2018 or whatever? You think everything was great? Guys, I don't want to get into too many sensitive topics, but you do realize that as recently as 2015, a white guy in South Carolina walked into a black church and just started shooting and killing everyone, right? You do realize that situations like that were only happening as recently as our lifetime. It's not exactly like, the days we remember were as peaceful as they are now. And then our personal lives. We forget so many things that happened in our lives that were bad. We tend to block those things out, which, come to think about it, I think is a good thing. Because you don't exactly want to indulge yourself in negative memories, if you feel me. Who does? But here's the point I'm trying to make in this video. That I know a lot of people will have a hard time accepting. And that I think a lot of people won't really want to hear. Here we go. I believe, personally, that we need to get off the nostalgia train and we need to start looking forward. We need to look forward. And the thing is that you age with every year, right? And, I think fantasize the past a lot, but we don't even realize that we can't go back to that. And that, for that matter, why not focus on the present? Why not us focus on ourselves right now in the present? So that way we can make a better person for ourselves in the future. Think about it like that. Why don't we start focusing on not just improving ourselves now, but instead of thinking back to the past, thinking right now about the future and thinking towards the future and thinking about the present. Because after all, there's only one way we can go. And, do we want the rest of those years of our lives to just be filled with negativity? And after all, many people remember the past as being better than what it actually was. So, while today, 2024 might be our present disappointing, current self, perhaps that will one day be our past, irretrievable used to be. So why not just enjoy it now? Because when we remember in the future, it's going to be so much better. Am I right? Look, guys, with all the sarcasm aside, let me just get to the point I'm trying to get to, if I haven't made myself clear already. We need to stop indulging in the past with our personal lives and with media, whether that be television and movies, books, video games, music, whatever. I'm reminded of an old quote. It's actually from Dr. Seuss of all people, if I'm not mistaken. The quote is, "Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened." I'll say it again. Don't cry because it is over. Smile because it happened. Here's the way I look at that, all right? What that quote means to me is that there's nothing to be ashamed of, looking through the album book. For as long as we remember that we could never go back, for as long as we remember that the future is where everything lies, and that we need to make better people for ourselves, so that way we are better prepared. And so that way we aren't thinking about something that, is behind us. and we also don't obsess with what is behind us. You know, listen, guys, if you want to, you know, look back at family memories, do that. Appreciate the people who you had in your life who are no longer around. Think about all the great things you did with your friends, the funny people you saw in school, and be thankful for the things that you did have. You want to blast some music with your homies at the park? Go do that. Go do that. Blast that music. You want to break open some books you haven't read since the 3rd grade? You go do that too. You want to watch your favorite movie as a kid and see how it holds up now? Try it. You might like it. Go at it. Go at it with all of those things. But to cry yourself to sleep at night because you can't accept the fact that 2016 is over, that's not really gonna help with anything. As I said, it's forward, never backwards. Anywho, it's just a video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you guys got something out of this. So that's it for this video. It's your boy Alex. You take care.